I finished going through the first pack for this Alice Cluster mock draft. This is very experimental. I'm going places that I haven't gone before. I may get nowhere, and so let's find out. So I did go through and take make all the selections for each one of the 4 mock players and for the first pack of 16 cards. And then in this particular version, I just dealt each player a ruler after they had done that. Now the question is, should we have given the players selections of their ruler? So of course, eventually I'd like to have a 16 ruler draft pack that would be given to players, and then they would draft those rulers, or maybe the 16 rulers can be dealt without each player having a choice, and then at least they have 4 rulers to pick from. In this very specific scenario, I just gave them a ruler randomly. And so this player landed on Arla, which means he or she is going to want to do angels as much as possible. Then this ruler landed on Xion, which means that this player is not really going to need to go for any specific tribe or type of resonator, but anything that has to do with top of the main deck manipulation is going to be really good for Xion. And then this player got Machina, so of course the cube. This cube has a ton of machines, so this dude or the dead's going to go crazy for anything that's a machine. And then this player got Alice Valkyrie. Okay, and this player, of course, is going to be going crazy for Deep Blue. All right, and 1-drop soldiers because of Deep Blue. Okay, so now I tried it this way. So now players have just been given their rulers, but they've already drafted a whole pack, 1/3 of the cards, without knowing what ruler they were going to get. Arla dude, let's just call them dudes, needed angels and drafted 0 angels so far. Okay, I don't see any angels in here. There aren't that many angels in this cube, and there's something that I aim to fix. But this player can go on fairy tales and then try to grab some angels, because already this player has a really good tutor for fairy tales and the fairy tale buff spell. Okay, and it's on Wyver, so it's going to want to try to get 1-drops. Already has a Percival, which is a 1-drop. Already has this card, which is a fairy tale and a 1-drop, and already has some good stuff in green. The machines are machines. You know, I don't think this player is going to go for machines. This card was really a low pick. A late pick. This player has what I think is a little bit of a confused deck, but because he or she is on Adam Bradley, it'll help to have maybe even go as far as 3 colors. Landed on this card, and I think the cube does not have anything gigantic and big that this would profit, but this player landed on some good stuff in red and black. I'm going to take out this Regalia now that I'm testing. It can go green. Of course, everybody's going to go green, but this spell is white-green. This may have been a bad pick, and this spell is green red, but for Adam Bradley, it really helps to have spells in multiple colors, and then you don't need to have blue, because Adam Bradley, with the incarnation cost, just does not. You don't need to have blue. Maybe the 4C is a waste here, and maybe Alice's Castling is also a waste here, but this player might want to go for blue. I mean, and he or she is on Xion already, so this player is going to want to better their blue selection. Has some fairies, could also do fairies. Of course, there's going to be contention with the first player for fairies. But there are lots of fairies in this cube. So I think this player is probably going to try to go for fairies, even though they have a really nice beast. So we already have 2 players on fairies. There are plenty of fairies. Then the Machina player is the one that got shafted, because by this methodology, which I may change, they're already a Guiver player with a big dude, some deck manipulation in blue, This card would have been great for the Xi'an player. All over the place as well, but some good darkness cards. And they already have at least one machine and Maribel, and this one. So yeah, so they're a Gwyber. This player is going to want a Gwyber machine deck with, of course, Force of Wind. So yeah, Gwyber machines, fairies, right? So this guy's going to be on fairies, but blue, deck manipulation, angels, fairies. Then this last player is going to want 1-drop soldiers, okay, and doesn't have a Gwyber. There are plenty of Gwybers to go around, so let's see what happens in the next round of packs. This player has a good range of wind, okay, some wind critter. Picked up 2 of the big wind critters. Can also do blue with a helper addition, a field addition, and can actually also do fairies, even though I don't think this cube can support a fairy archetype. It's got a big black critter. So let's see what happens. This player is, I think, the most open of the 4. Okay, and I don't think there is a single 1-drop soldier in this selection. So yeah, this person is not in good shape at all. Okay, so now let's distribute 4 more packs. Let's just put the rulers on the packs. Actually, I'll just put them out of view, and then let's just distribute 4 more packs. And of course, I'm not going to have time to do 16 selections in a 15-minute video, for which I already ate half of it talking about something else. So I'm only really going to do a few selections. Okay. So this is my Gwyber fairy tale friend, and he's not going to care too much about a sacred beast or a shadow or Gleipnir or deep blue. Even though deep blue is going to fetch him 1-drop soldiers that he can use for Gwyber. So actually, let me see if there are any 1-drops in here. He's got another toolbox card, but he's on fairy tales, not fairies. So really, I think this player is going to want the deep blue. And this time we're going to go to the left. I always forget which way to go. Okay, in this case, this player wanted some deck manipulation. Okay, see if there's any deck manipulation in here. But it's got a Guinevere, and it's got an angel and a Titania. So of these 3, actually the better card is the angel, because it flies and it's big and it doesn't really have some big restrictions. So even though Guinevere is really good, I think this player is going to want to pick the angel. So this is the beauty of draft, because now this player is the one that really wanted that angel and didn't get it. And the deep blue should have gone to this dude with Valkyrie and didn't get it. Okay, so now we're going to go to this guy, and this guy is the one that was confused with Adam Bradley but has a Gwyber. So I already see a 1-drop in here for Gwyber. And he's got a second Adam Bradley. That's really nice. It's quite the draw. So I think this player would want to double down with 2 Adam Bradleys and then figure out the rest later, even though he's got a Gwyber. Just Adam Bradley is really good. And then the player who's looking for a deep blue is probably not going to get it out of this pack. Okay, and they're going to have to make some really a thoughtful choice as they head into the second pack. I think So in this particular pack, the best card really is probably the shadow one. Okay, so seeing that something is strong like this, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this player would go for shadows. It's got Awakening. There's no big flyers in here. This guy is a flyer, and it's not a shadow, but it is a flyer. So I think this player would pick this card. All right. So now we're going the other way, the other direction in comparison to where I went last time. Of course, when I do one of these, there's always all these piles everywhere. Wind up screwing something up. So this guy is not really on red. Okay, not really on red. It's not gonna. But Guinevere draws, and so this guy's gonna pick up the Guinevere, and then figure it out later. Then this one is some deck manipulation. But this early in the pack, there are strong cards to pick. Target Resonator and each. So this can take out Resonators. It's got like Staple Destruction on it. Put a Fairy Resonator with total cost 1. And it's a flyer. I think this one's a good pick. I think a lot. And this player was already on fairies, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so that's good. Picked a fairy. So both of these players are picking fairies. But shadows are completely open right now, and somebody's going to figure it out that shadows are open. This is a dragon flyer, and this player is really confused, but has 2 Autumn Bradleys and a Gwyber. So if it spots a 1-drop, it's going to want to get it, even this early in the game. And between these two, this is not a Resonator. It's going to pick. Is he going to pick, he or she going to pick something that bad this early instead of a King Sense or a flyer? And he's a Machina. So this, I forgot about that. So this guy, this is what the difficulty of thinking for 4 notional players at the same time. No, this guy's going to pick a machine all the way. I think this player is probably going to pick this. Part of the green machine, where a lowly elf can be better than just about anything. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to do the moves. They're going to be in the other direction, and I'll just continue doing selections for the second pack, and I think I'll even do the third pack off camera, and then show you guys the final result. So again, these are the rulers. So it's going to be, this guy is an Arla, a Xion, Machina, and then an Alice Valkyrie. Okay.